so we have this all set. All right. Well, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Janet. Thank you so much for being here. So happy to have you on this crescent moon in Capricorn. So excited to receive your activation down into my bones, because Capricorn rolls our bones. And it's where we can truly like connect through time and space to our ancestors, because their vibration, their bodies live in our bones. And whether they're here reincarnated on the other side, being one of your guides as you enjoy this incarnation experience, you can call upon them through the energy of just connecting to your bones. So like yoga is very good when you're in, because it gets you in alignment with your breath and your movement, and you're really tuning into your bones. Or weightlifting, you can have to feel the power in your legs to do those squats or lift those weights. So in those moments that we might think it's kind of ordinary, I'm in the gym just doing my thing, right, on the treadmill or with the trainer or whatever, really tune into your body. And so I'm so excited to have Janet with us, because here she is on her natal moon phase, which is crescent moon. And those of you who are trick-or-treating out there, or maybe having some fun when after the sun went down at sunset, you saw the crescent moon over there in the west. And this is the time of the year, time of the month, when our beautiful Janet Nicksic was born. So her soul says, crescent moon, please, while we're making this chart and creating my energetic vibration. I want that crescent moon on my female energy. And so, and so the creator and all Janet's guides said, oh my God, what a great idea. And so she says, okay, perfect. So crescent moon, just as a review, crescent moon is refining your new moon intention. So Janet comes in with like this beautiful superstar Virgo ability to bring it down into the body, ground it down into the earth to make it real, make it tangible, practical, really good tools. So I'm so excited to have Janet Nicksic with us of Consciously Flow. And she has two amazing groups that she runs that I love. I'm a member of each one. Soulmate Self, we're journeying with the goddess this year. And Abundance Reiki, which is just like, is it the 8th of the month yet? Is it the 8th of the month? We need some Reiki going through our channels of receiving and gratitude. So Janet does that every month with her lovely groups, as well as amazing one-to-one work. So I highly recommend you saying hello to Janet and tuning in and receiving of her blessings every time we catch her, and we can have her come on over to Lunar Ladyville. So thank you, Janet. Welcome.
Shannon, your intros are just always like, I'm like, oh, this is, like coming out of the womb and into this warmth and all this love, because it's my natal moon time, like being birthed again, like every month. So thank you from your love and your, I just appreciate you, and I appreciate all you ladies, everyone who's here, all you loves who are here in Lunar Ladies in our group. Oh, we've got a lot of good energy to bring forward today and to share with each of you. So thank you for having me here with all of you, with all of us together here collectively.
Thank you so much.
So if you're in a comfortable position to be able to do so, this would be a good time. I invite you to gently close your eyes and first get comfortable. Just make sure that maybe your phone's off so you're not distracted, and you're comfortable, and that wherever you are, if you're sitting or laying down, you feel supported by the gravity and the material objects such as a pillow or a chair or a bed or couch that's holding you. And then just closing your eyes, and let's just begin by calling forward, appreciating your angels and guides animal spirits, ancestors of the highest realm, or starseed family of the highest realm, and asking for them with your highest self permission to work with you in your space. And if you allow this, you can say yes out loud or yes within yourself. Good. And so it's all programmed. So whether you're with us live listening or listening on your own time, the energy is just as potent for you. Good. And so we're going to begin by activating this white light of Reiki energy at the crown of your head and also at the soles of your feet. And the Reiki energy from these two directions, it's literally moving and spiraling downward from your crown, as from your feet, the white light energy is spiraling and moving upward. And if you allow this, you can say yes out loud or within yourself. Good. And with this Capricorn Crescent Moon, like Shannon was sharing, Capricorn rules the bones. We're spending extra good loving care today in your bones. And we are fully supported with all the different energies of Dias de Muertos and bones and skeletons and death and life. All the different celebrations that go on worldwide during this time where the veils are thin. And Mercury Retrograde and Scorpio energy as well coming on in. Mercury Retrograde, it's all about slowing down and being ever more present now. Slowing down and ever more present now. Good. And with Mercury retrograde, we're in today's energy field right now. We're accessing all the different energies, the Crescent Moon energy, the Capricorn, Scorpio New Moon. We're bringing the Scorpio New Moon intentions, bringing your New Moon intentions here as well. All the different energies, Scorpio energy, right, which is all like dropping deep, deep down into the underbelly of our lives, of our emotions, of our being. It's all about being deep, going deep, and creating more space and expansion deeply. And everything's balanced. So as well, elevated and expansion at the crowns of your head and your thoughts, your mind, your heart, upward. And expansion below your feet as well. And deep in your root and your guts. And deep into your deeper emotions. And so with the Scorpio energy, or the Mercury retrograde energy as well, it's if you're experiencing past relationships or patterns or old feelings or thought patterns, dreams you might be experiencing coming up for you right now, it's around letting go. It's around being present with, from a space of love, from an embodied place, from deep within you. And it's about letting go. Like allowing parts of you to die. Allowing past relationships to die. It's the natural cycle of life here. Is death and birth and rebirth, and death and birth and rebirth, and this natural flow and cycle of life. Through death and rebirth, we have the opportunity to learn what love really is. What is the flow of love truly about? The flow of love is truly about letting go, accepting, letting be, allowing parts of ourselves to die, allowing old identities to die, allowing old relationships to die, allowing old jobs or experiences to die, and allowing them to turn into the bones that they are, into ash, into the earth. And from that space, allowing more cleared out, fertile soil to be ready for you to open up into what's new, what's next, what's now. This is the flow, the natural flow and rhythm of life. This is the natural flow and rhythm of love. And there's nothing to fear. And so we're just releasing from all parts of you, wherever this comes from, any fear around this rhythm, around this natural organic flow. And just releasing from all parts of you that which you're ready to let go of and send straight to the earth. And if you allow this, you can say yes. And deep within your bones, we're literally elevating, cleaning up, polishing up into all of the crevices of your bones. Connecting you in the highest way for you to your ancestral lineage that serves your highest, that is there to support you in completing all karmic cycles from this lifetime, other lifetimes, through your DNA, through your lineage that are complete. And if you allow this, you can say yes. And literally updating your bones to fresh new life. You just saw it, fresh new calcium, fresh new minerals, and crystals activating within your bones, lightening up, purifying, and the highest way for you and your DNA, your lineage, so that this lineage, concurrent lineages and future generations, and past generations, are all receiving an elevation gift of this clean sweeping and allowing of completion of letting go of old cycles and opening to new. What's new? What's now? And if you allow this, you can say yes. And breathing deep into your root, deep into your lower abdomen. This is literally your underbelly of your body. Allowing your breath without efforting it or changing your breath. You're just going to allow yourself to breathe into you. And you're just allowing yourself to be aware of your breath. Allowing your breath without changing it or judging it. You're just allowing, you're bringing awareness to your breath. And breath is our lifeline to our infinite source, is our lifeline to infinite space, which is who we are. And so you're bringing awareness to who you truly are from your embodied place. Your spirit, your infinite soul meets your physical matter. And you're just allowing your awareness. And remember, your awareness is also the truth of who you are. It's your consciousness. So that who does the observing of any part of your life is your consciousness. It's you. So you're bringing your consciousness to observing your breath, which is you. And observing awareness, observing your infinite space while you're embodying your human body. You get that? Like, get present with that. Good. You have full permission to be here. And I mean to be here, embodied, wherever you are. You have full permission to be. And it's safe for you to be embodied. It's safe for you to be here, wherever you are. We're going to drop in a little bit more deeper within your root, balancing, opening up your hips and balancing your hips as well. Moving in the Reiki energy through your legs, through your feet. Opening up your clear connection with earth through the soles of your feet, relaxing your feet, relaxing the soles of your feet, softening the soles of your feet as you will allow for this flow of energy in through the soles of your feet, grounding your feet. Good. So we're literally, Mercury Retrograde literally provides us with an expedited and fully cosmically supported collective experience of letting go, of allowing that to die, the natural rhythm of life, allowing love, which is letting go, accepting what is not, accepting what was not. Love. And allowing new love to rise. And each of you and all of us collectively are fully supported cosmically several times a year. We have the cosmic universe supporting all of us because we as humanity here need a little extra help from our cosmic friends to assist us in what love really is. Love is really acceptance and letting go and allowing. And if you allow this, you can say yes. And from this space, when you keep clearing and clearing and clearing from love, that's what you also are putting into the soil of your life, is love and organic rhythm of death and rebirth and birth and death again. And this process is all about expansion. Allowing death opens up space for more life to emerge. Expansion. Death opens up space for more expansive life to emerge. Expansion. And so this moon is also the mountain climber's moon. And so from this deeper, cleared out, cleaned out expansion of your soil, of your foundation, of your root, of your life, right, through this process, allows for you to transcend even higher. Because the deeper you go, the higher you fly. And they both, yin, yang, it's all one. So it's all about equilibrium and balance. The deeper you go, the higher you fly, higher you transcend. And we have the full support and energy of the mountain climber's moon. And so as you're experiencing this Mercury retrograde time, I invite you to experience it with greater awareness, acceptance, greater love, and curiosity. It's pretty magical that during this time, there's a collective experience of people having old relationships resurface, or old dreams, or things happening with communication, that it's really about the slowing down and being more connected, more present, less on technology, more face-to-face interaction, connection, less on technology, more inward introspection, connection, being here now. So I invite you to be even more curious this round. We're just at the beginning of it. And this is going to allow for you, if you allow it and you work with it, to elevate higher in your life, to be carrying less of your past around with you and less of your ego or attachments around with you, and more of bringing in what you're ready, what you desire ultimately more of, to bring into your life, into your world. But in order to bring all that expansive juiciness and those highest heart desires and soul desires, well, we've got to let go a lot of things to let go of. And this is a constant process. It's the natural rhythm of life. And the more that you accept this rhythm and you allow it and you get it and you align with it and you're co-creating with it, the more you're co-creating with the universe, with the natural rhythm and flow of earth, of life, right? So your dreams and your desires, they line up even easier for you. You're living an even deeper, satisfying life with deeper, satisfying relationships and soul purpose and soul wealth in your life. And this is so inviting you to open up into the graciousness around that experience, that we're all supported collectively to experience this. What an opportunity. Good. And this is also, we're approaching, is November. So we're approaching the end of this calendar year in the way that we've designed it, agreed to it to be in this culture. And so this is also a great, perfect time of letting go of the year and what's transpired, but letting go with acknowledgement and appreciation and awareness. What worked? What didn't work so well? What did you learn? What were your intentions at the start of the year for 2019? What were your goals, action steps that you committed to within yourself that you were going to take to create an experience in your life? And without judgment, there's no pressure on this. It's a good time for reevaluating. Mercury Retrograde, it's all about review, reevaluating, looking backward, right, to move forward. So reviewing this year, it's perfect time. You're fully supported cosmically and with our fellow humanity on this year without judgment. And if judgment arises, well, be present with the guilt or the shame, or maybe a perfectionism in there, whatever that's about. And maybe that's to be loved up, to be felt, to be experienced, to be released, to allow that old feeling and old pattern to die, right? So that more self-love and self-worth rises. And then also remembering too, well, number one, there is no such thing as time. So even when we're talking about it in this way, also, there's no such thing as time. So, and there's no pressure around time. And also, you still have more life that's pulsating through you. So, what do you desire to create more of? Or what are those action steps that you could be taking that line up from a place of inspiration, that line up in accordance with your true self and soul? Even one or two action steps, right? Just reevaluating, reviewing. What are you looking into then this new Earth time year coming into being? Like, start opening up and inviting, what does that feel like? What does 2020 feel like for you? What are you desiring it to feel like for you? Oh, I have chills. A lot of expansion there. Okay. So you can invite yourself to also begin lining up with that energy. And then that energy also will kind of work so-called backwards to where you are presently right here, right now, into moving you forward into action now, into these next couple months as well, into next year. Good. And we're bringing so much love and unconditional love to all parts of you and your being. And again, any part where, because I can see any part of perfectionism or shoulds or shouldn'ts or guilt or shame or feeling stressed or anxious in any kind of a way, pressured for time in any kind of a way, we're just releasing and calling forward all your ancestors and guides and angels, your highest self, to just flush you clean, moving the Reiki energy through, purifying you from head to toe, from deep within you, out of you. All of that, and that old pattern that got carried along from generation to generation, literally got carried along through your bones, through the code of your bones. We're flushing clean and we're recoding even your bones today to match that of your highest self. Current now. Experiencing forward. Good. And if you allow this, you can say yes. Good. Dropping in deeper within to deeper self-respect, deeper openings of opportunities of seeing, of how you see yourself, how you think of yourself, how you see yourself. And again, during this time period, it's a perfect time to review how you see yourself. And sometimes it could be so automatic because maybe that's all you remember kind of thinking about yourself in this lifetime, was maybe you have a limitation around, well, I'm this sort of person, or I'm that sort of person, or I say I'm going to do something and then I don't do it. There I go again. Or I'm motivated for a little bit and inspired for a little bit, and then I stop something, or I start something and I don't finish it, or any of those beliefs about yourself that are limiting you. This is a perfect time to re-examine those beliefs, those limiting beliefs about yourself, and to ask for guidance from your angels and your guides and ancestors, your highest self, the universe, our cosmic forces that are of total light, to help you and deep within your bones to shift and to transform any of those limiting belief systems about yourself and your life into an elevated, more honest belief systems about who you truly are and who you desire to show up as and become. And if you allow this, you can say yes. You're fully supported, and you have full permission to be exactly who you are, who you came here to be, who you came here to rise into being. And we're reminding you too, the more that you rise, this is the greatest service that you can be for all of us, for this planet, for humanity. The only way that this planet elevates is by us individually elevating and collectively elevating. And that's why we join in these beautiful groups, such as here in Lunar Ladies, is because collectively we're doing the work, individually rising, and then collectively we're all rising together. And there's so much more rising that we can experience together collectively in like-minded, like purpose, like intention, collective energy than we can individually just on our own. We are designed to be interdependent beings. The earth is a co-collaboration of interdependence. So not codependence and not isolation or independence. Interdependence. And it's so much more fun. Way more fun. And this is the dolphin whale way and whale way. And so just continuing to allow more breath with awareness, just bringing your awareness to be aware of your breath, breathing you in and out, feeling the bottoms of your feet, softening your shoulders. You have Reiki hands in the back of your shoulder blades and your wings, and then behind your shoulder blades as well, any deep within there, into the back of your heart, which is the past. And literally that energy deep within there, I can see it's this Reiki light is going to continue to be concentrated there in the back of you and continuing to work with you and moving along any old stuff that doesn't serve you, old ancestral lineage stuff, DNA that doesn't serve you, as you are literally updating, and your wings are literally updating, and your heart is literally updating. And you are lining up more into the here and the now, releasing the past, now, aligning now with the life that you are now, as life pulsates through you and as you now. Good. And your highest self, your angels and guides know exactly how long to continue this process along until you're complete with this round. And if you allow this, you can say yes. And we are reminding you that each of you are whole within and of yourselves. And we're allowing for each of you to be whole within and of yourselves with clean, clear, pristine boundaries. And we're purifying your outer layer chakras and your auric field as well. And we're lightening up your auric field and lightening up your space, steaming you up from head to toe to head, expanding the space that you walk on, giving you full permission to command more space, more life, which allows more of your breath and more of your life force to breathe into you and to open up your space with strong, clean boundaries and force field, so that no one or nothing can come into your space or penetrate your space without, or come into your space. This is your space. Good. And you have full permission to own it, to command it, to line up with it, and to vibrate from within out into the world. And highly respectful,
Are we back?
Thank you, Mercury Retrograde.
He's definitely playing tricks.
Oh, absolutely. And perfect timing, because we were literally complete. There was a period at the end of that word, the last word.
Oh my God. That was beautiful. Wow. It was yes, it was like I was just feeling into the space of I'm so happy Jan and I are collaborating, because one of the things we talked about, like my experience, I'm so happy out in the cosmos. And Janet is so inviting to get back into the body and to really enjoy the sensual, sensory enjoyment of being in the body and breathing and feeling and noticing and becoming more and more aware and bringing it really, really deep. And I just wanted to share with you, Janet, that your activations, I can really feel a difference in my sensory experience of being a consciousness in a body. So I just wanted to say thank you for that.
I love it.
Finally, it's taken lifetimes. I really do feel like I'm very getting connected to this year was to figure that out, like to really remember why this lifetime, one of the big things I wanted to heal or experience, and that was one of the things, was to come into the body and really enjoy being in the body. So I just, with that Mercury retrograde, Scorpio season, is just like coming home to mama. Like, wow, that's right. I signed up for this.
And when you were sharing that, Shannon, what I saw is just, oh, there's nothing to fear. Just get your blanket and come on inside where it's warm and cozy on up, you know. You'll see some surprises there maybe you weren't expecting, or maybe we were avoiding or whatever, but we're taken care of. Like, get all cozy, you know, just come hither, you know, come inside.
Love it. Totally. Speaking my language.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you for feeling that and knowing that.
Yeah. You're welcome. I am so tickled and pleased and deeply pleased in my bones to hear that you are experiencing this for yourself, Shannon.
Yeah.
More and more. This activation of dropping in this more embodied place where there's so much more.
Mm-hmm.
So,
mm-hmm. It's like being frozen in time for like lifetimes, and now like the thaw is happening, and it's like, wow, this is kind of cool. You know, with that first kind of like, oh. So
sometimes like I get back into home inside and I'm like, oh, this is great. And my internal self and my guides and just life, depending on what the experience is, a profound experience, they know how to speak to me to where I'm going to be like, oh, yay, this is fun. Okay, I'm coming up. Okay, it's time for me to face this. Okay. And then all of a sudden, okay, they got me in, kind of like, you
like,
know, I'm like, what's that?
It's like they got you inside the door, and then they're like, oh, you're good, sit down, and then close the door.
And lock me in, right. Yeah, I mean, and it's like, not lock. I mean, I can always, but once you're in, the only way out is through it, you know. The only way out is through it. Once you get in, that's all they got to do, right, is get you in. And so Yeah. And so, and then it's like, I'm in and it's like, woo! So I really briefly, it made me think of my first experience with ayahuasca.
Yeah.
And the way that I had been like postponing it for years, and I'm like, oh no, and fearful, and then it aligned and it was the right time. And I remember my very first night that I had, as soon as it started, I got in. Their intro was, I saw and felt an infinite number, I don't know how to explain it, but an infinite number of Hello Kitty faces with fireworks and firecrackers, and it was infinite. I don't know how to explain it because it's an alternate universe, but there were infinite Hello Kitty faces with fireworks. And I was like, I remember I was sitting there and I'm like laughing and giggling and I'm like, oh yes. And I said yes. And I got in and I'm like, this is what I've been fearing all these years, and it was like, it was just my intro in, to get me in. And
that's so sweet.
Everything else unfolded from there,
Right. That is so cool. Thank you for sharing that it was Hello Kitties and fireworks that got you.
And then I was giggling because I'm like, oh, I got this. What have I been fearing? And then, of course, I'm like, oh, no, that was just for one moment. And that was, and I think it was so funny that my higher self knew to construct, what can we do for her first entry into this thing that she's feared so much that she'll really say yes to? Oh, Hello Kitty faces and firecrackers. Fireworks, it's like, yeah, that's real funny, well worth it, but
oh my God, so cute.
The journey is interesting and well worth it to dive on deep, and we're fully supported. So everybody with the Mercury retrograde, all this time, like, this is what it's all about. There's nothing to fear. You're fully supported, calling all in your angels and your guides and all your support practices and people in your life, and really go on, be deep, go on, get on in there. It's worth it.
It's totally worth it. It's totally worth it. And thank you so much for creating the space and to bring us all so lovingly there. And wow. Yeah, I'm going to listen to this activation multiple times during this retrograde because it was like, oh, this just like, of course, it's where the juice is.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's where our life is.
Yes.
And it's time to live it now. So
yes, it's why we've come at this time in the universe, right? We picked this time because it's all happening at one time, and we went, right, drop me in there, please. And it's for a reason. It's for a very good reason, especially just as just a meandering thought, but especially those and everyone who's in our circle here now, watching this, in our communities, who we know, who we love, like, they've come to hold a frequency. I love when you said updating, like, because I kept seeing, like, when you do software updates on your computer or your phone or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, we're totally here not only to update our own soul by having this experience, but like you said, in the collective of all these individuals updating together and then enjoying being together, updating. It was just this beautiful, like, oh yeah, I love being here now.
Right, exactly, right. And the deeper we go, the more we get to experience that inner collectivity too.
Yes.
So, and I think too, and that's where it's like, oh, we're all doing this together, and I love being here. Oh, I love being here, and that's a direct result of going deep and doing the work, and and also I also want to add to it of how important it is, like, not taking it so seriously. It's another piece around, another way that I moving, when I went to Oaxaca, and all my time in Oaxaca, it was another thing of like, oh, this is good. I did not realize what was awaiting me. And over these last several years, now though, where I am internally and in my life, I'm like, oh, number one, it was all worth it. to go that deep.
Yes.
And also, it is way more enjoyable. Life is way more enjoyable now. And the darker feelings or different things still like working with or old patterns or different stuff, they're not, it's lighter too. It's, you know, it is more enjoyable and it is lighter. And from that space, I feel like there's just more of a lightness, not taking it all so seriously.
Yes.
But not bypassing it. Because when we go deep, deep, deep down and we do the work, we're not bypassing anything. And we get to a true authentic place from doing the work and being present authentically of not bypassing anything, not skirting around anything, there's nothing to trip on. Everyone, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So,
totally. Yeah, especially when you were having us clear our ancestors out of the back of our heart chakra. Because I think a lot of times my feeling is like if we get down in our present moment life or experience, we have to remember that we do, you know, we're the prayers of our ancestors. We do come in with an agreement with that family tree to uplift the family tree, update it with our consciousness, our experience, our joy, finding the happiness or not taking it all too seriously, not bypassing, going in and through and out the other side, right? But I just loved that experience of the permission to know, okay, maybe there are some ancestors back there. Okay, we're gonna update the family tree together. Okay, you know, you get the gifts and then you help and you contribute and you know, the souls in the family tree all get a hello and a like come to the next level of level. So it's just so beautiful. So thank you for just being able to capture that in the Crescent Moon Capricorn activation in the only way that you could do it. Thank you. So awesome.
The deeper we go, the lighter we feel.
Yes. And I know for some of us, they think when they have so many intensities in their life, they can feel like it's all them or on them. And that's just too much for one soul to bear. You know, you don't have to have all that in your space.
Right. Exactly. And keep going. And just like you're saying, it doesn't just all fall on one person. There's a whole collective. We're fully supported always. And sometimes we may not feel that way. And sometimes we may feel all alone. And sometimes that might be the hard part or the feeling of being in hell because it feels so alone. And oh my gosh, I'm the only one carrying this, having to like deal with this. What? That's just what it feels like. It's not really the reality. And so just keep on going and reach out, ask for extra support, especially during this time. If you need any kind of extra support, right? Like we're always supported. There's always plenty of resources and for anything we need help with. So thank you. I am so happy to be here on this natal time of my special time here in my month. And I'm just, thank you so much for having me, Shannon, and all you lady loves here. I love it.
All the Lunar Lady loves. Totally. We love you, Janet. Thank you so much for your blessings and taking us on this journey for our new moon in Scorpio, adding in a Mercury retrograde on Celtic New Year, the veils collapse, Dias de los Muertos. Like, so wherever you're finding yourself, just know that's a perfect place, perfect time. If you need anything, you always feel, you know, I just want to end with the Egyptian, the symbol for the new moon was the Egyptian pharaoh queen wearing the false beard. And so what that is her message is, there are candles burning for you throughout time and space, forwards, backwards, here, now, other dimensions. So you are definitely watched over. And the candles burning for you 24/7 are helping light your way through this. So wherever you find yourself now, you're moving through and just follow the burning candles, knowing there's ancestors praying for you, there's guides, there's angels, there's power animals. The black leopard has come and found you follow the black leopard, follow whoever shows up in your space that's for your highest good. Always say, are you for my highest good? And they have to tell you the truth. And if they say no, then you say, bye-bye, there's the door, click. And then you come back, oh, are you for my highest good? Yes. Then you go along, crack a couple of jokes together, lighten up the mood, and just know that we're all doing the same dance of, the skeletons dancing through this space. And I just had I love the videos you've been sharing from your time in Oaxaca and celebrating the way that part of the world celebrates this time of the year. It's so beautiful. And Michoacan and Oaxaca, oh my God. But I was just having so much fun looking at all the different skeletons and the way that people make themselves up to celebrate their ancestors. It was such a lovely time to spend looking at all the skeletons dancing with the flowers and their pretty costumes.
And with all the skeletons and the death is simultaneously vibrant life.
Yes.
That's why it feels so great to be immersed in it, in the culture, or looking at it from, just because it's the full united oneness embodiment of death and life all together.
Yes.
And that death is life. That is what death is life.
Is life.
And life. Because life is constantly letting go and letting go and letting go. In every moment with our exhale, we let go. Or always we're letting go. Letting go.
Death, exhale, right? Yes. Constantly.
Yes. So, all right.
So deep. So much for us to chew on this lunar cycle. Thank you, Janet. So much. Go find Janet at consciouslyflow.com. Go check out her links for her groups. Definitely join Janet. She's got major mojo going on over there, and we love our Janet Nicksic. So thank you again for blessing us this lunar cycle.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Bye-bye.